let's get into your process, because I love the idea of expert at sucking and failing and learning from failing. So what is your process to learn from your failures?
So the first one, and when I first went to the American Ninja Warrior gyms, I can't even begin to say how uncomfortable it was. I didn't even know where I would stand. I was in people's way. I didn't know how this whole thing worked. So it was, and then, there's a lot of people watching, especially on the TV series, but even in the gyms, there's people watching as you jump up. So, judgment from other people, judgment from myself. And I say that because I was failing 20 times an hour. And after a while, I was like, I got to figure out a system to this, because if I don't, I'm going to still be wallowing. After every fail, I'm going to be in the parking lot. The gym's going to be closed. Everyone's going to leave. So I got to figure out something of this. And the first step of that is the emotional reaction. And I took this from American Ninja Warrior, but then I started to look at my own life. If I'm driving with a friend and they miss a turn, that's a fail. How do they respond? Do they get worked up? If you have a miscommunication with someone, that's a fail. Okay, how do you respond? Do emotions take the wheel, or can we accept that wave and let it go before we respond? And this is what is so critical about that, is it will happen. Whether we have a tantrum, we scream, we yell, or we accept it and let it go, either way, in time, we're going to settle back down. So that's the variable, is how long does it take you to indulge the emotion, but then get back to what matters? Because we all know someone who something bad happens and it takes some days to get over it, takes some weeks, maybe they never get over it. So how quick can you get back to it?
I like that. I was just talking to one of the top neurosurgeons, and we were talking about recovery time. And that's your body too. It's not just your mind, but it's both, right? How quickly can you recover from a situation? And it varies, right? It varies on the intensity, but I like what you're saying. I also have a nice saying that I like that says, I want to respond and not react. So, the gap between a stimulus and a response, there's always that gap, but it could be a very, very small gap, right? And so, boom, a stimulus hits you, and then the response, you have a choice in that gap. And it's what I'm hearing you say, right? Am I aware that I have a choice? Or does my emotions kick in and I'm just reacting from an emotional standpoint as compared to a response?